only the heart can solve. With those words, Ifeanyi faded back into the shadows, leaving Adisa and Baba Beo alone in the chaotic sanctum of his lair. The weight of destiny settled upon them as they emerged into the cool night air, the silver amulet pulsing softly against Adisa's chest. The festival, now in full swing, continued to burst forth with both wonder and turmoil. The streets of Alod were alive with a frenetic energy, a mixture of joyous celebration and underlying tension. Everywhere they looked, masks danced and twirled, some in wild abandon and others in sorrowful mimicry. The delicate balance between enchantment and anarchy hung by a thread, and it was up to the two unlikely heroes to follow the amulet's guidance and restore the true magic of the festival. Their journey took them through a tapestry of unforgettable scenes, a moonlit procession along ancient pathways, a hidden grove where the sound of ancestral drums echoed among the trees, and a bustling bazaar where the vibrant colors of textiles and spices intertwined with whispered secrets. In one unforgettable moment, while crossing a rickety wooden bridge over a gently flowing stream, Adisa noticed the amulet begin to glow more fiercely. Its light cast shimmering reflections on the water, forming patterns that resembled the swirling designs of the masks. He paused, gazing down into the rippling depths, and in that moment, the sound of soft laughter rose from the stream itself, a gentle, otherworldly giggle that seemed to beckon him forward. "Baba Beo," he said, his voice a mixture of wonder and urgency, "I think the amulet is leading us to the sacred clearing, where the ancient rites of laughter were first performed. There, we may find the source of this chaos, and the means to set things right." Baba Beo, his heart filled with both nostalgia and determination, nodded gravely. "Then let us follow the light, my friend, and may the spirits guide our way." For hours they trekked through narrow, winding paths lit only by the silver glow of the amulet and the gentle light of the moon. Their journey was punctuated by moments of levity, a chance encounter with a pair of old friends who shared jokes over a communal fire, a spontaneous burst of dance performed by a group of carefree youths, and even the unexpected appearance of a mischievous parrot that mimicked their every word in a perfect imitation of human laughter. Yet beneath the surface of every smile and every burst of mirth lay an undercurrent of suspense. The amulet's glow would sometimes dim, as if the forces that governed its magic were testing their resolve. At other times, strange figures would be glimpsed in the periphery, a shadow darting between trees, a figure in a flowing garment disappearing around a corner, leaving them to wonder if they were being watched by benevolent spirits or sinister forces seeking to hinder their progress. At length, they reached the sacred clearing, a secluded glade surrounded by towering ancient trees whose branches intertwined to form a natural cathedral. The ground was carpeted with soft moss and illuminated by hundreds of tiny fireflies that flitted like living stars. In the center of the clearing stood a weathered stone altar, covered in intricate carvings that told the story of the first festival of laughing masks. Adisa approached the altar reverently, holding the amulet aloft. As he did so, the amulet's light intensified, bathing the clearing in a radiant glow that seemed to awaken the very spirit of the place. A deep, resonant voice filled the air, a voice that seemed to come not from any one source, but from the heart of the earth itself. "Heed my words, seekers of joy," the voice intoned, echoing among the ancient trees. "To restore the laughter, you must first confront the source of the mischief. Look not with your eyes alone, but with the clarity of your spirit, and the path shall be revealed." Adisa and Baba Beo exchanged determined looks. They knelt before the altar, and as they did, a hidden compartment within the stone slowly opened to reveal a weathered scroll inscribed with cryptic symbols and flowing lines of ancient verse. The scroll spoke of an artifact, a mask of true mirth, crafted in ages past to embody the pure, unbridled joy of the ancestors. It foretold that if the mask were lost or stolen, the laughter would turn bitter and uncontrolled, corrupting the hearts of the people and upsetting the sacred balance between joy and sorrow. The scroll warned that only by reclaiming the mask of true mirth could the magic be restored to its rightful state. With the scroll in hand and the amulet's light to guide them, Adisa and Baba Beo knew that their quest was far from over. They must now journey to the hidden sanctuary where the mask of true math was kept, a place said to lie deep within the ancient ruins of an old shrine, forgotten by time and concealed by nature. Their hearts were heavy with the weight of destiny, yet filled with an unyielding determination to see the festival and the spirit of our Lord restored to its former glory. What followed was a breathtaking odyssey across landscapes both beautiful and treacherous. They navigated winding mountain trails where the air grew thin and the terrain unforgiving. They crossed vast, open plains under skies so vast and clear that the stars seemed within reach, their light twinkling with silent promises of hope. Along the way, they encountered allies and adversaries, a wise, eccentric herbalist who spoke in riddles about the healing properties of laughter, a band of nomadic storytellers who recounted epic tales of ancient festivals where joy triumphed over despair, and even a group of mischievous spirits who tested their resolve with playful pranks and riddles that made them laugh despite the danger. Each encounter, each challenge, was a lesson in the delicate art of balancing humor and gravity, of finding light even in the darkest of moments. There were times when Adisa's skilled hands, used to crafting masks that captured the soul of the people, trembled with uncertainty as he faced obstacles that no chisel or brush could mend. And there were moments when Baba Beo, whose life had been a tapestry of cunning pranks and heartfelt laughter, had to set aside his own mischievous nature to confront the weight of destiny. Yet together, they forged ahead, their bond growing stronger with each shared trial and every burst of laughter that echoed like a beacon of hope across the barren stretches of their journey. In a forgotten valley hidden between ancient hills, they finally reached the crumbling remains of the old shrine, the fabled sanctuary of true math. Vines and flowering creepers had claimed the stone structure, softening its harsh edges and cloaking it in nature's embrace. The atmosphere was thick with the scent of wild orchids and damp earth, and the sound of distant drums, as if the very ground remembered the ancient rituals of celebration. With cautious steps, they entered the shrine. Inside, in a small, dim chamber lit by a shaft of moonlight through a collapsed ceiling, lay a pedestal upon which rested a single, exquisitely crafted mask. It was the mask of true math, a thing of wonder, its surface shimmering with hues that shifted from joyful yellows to serene blues, and its features carved with such delicate artistry that it seemed to pulse with life. Adisa approached it reverently, his heart pounding in a mixture of awe and relief. At last, he whispered, "This is what will restore the balance of our festival." As he reached out to lift the mask, a sudden rumble shook the chamber. The ground trembled, and from the shadows emerged a host of spectral figures, the spirits of mischief and mirth, drawn to the mask's power. Their voices were a cacophony of laughter, some mocking, some sorrowful, as they circled the intruders. In that moment, the shrine became a stage for a final trial, where the true nature of joy would be tested against the forces that sought to turn laughter into chaos. Baba Beo stepped forward, his voice steady despite the spectral clamor. "Spirits of old," he called, "we do not come to plunder your mirth, but to reclaim it for the people of our Lord. We ask that you grant us passage, that we may restore the laughter to its pure, unbridled form." For a long, heart-stopping moment, the air was silent. Then, one of the spirits, a figure with a face like a mosaic of smiles and tears, floated forward and spoke in a voice both ancient and gentle. "The path to true math is not paved with simple tricks. It is a dance of sorrow and joy, of accepting life in all its facets. Only by embracing both laughter and pain can you restore the spirit that has been lost." Adisa closed his eyes, recalling the faces of his ancestors, the countless nights spent crafting masks and listening to the stories of old. In that silent communion, he felt the warmth of generations of laughter and the quiet sorrow of moments past. When he opened his eyes, they shone with a newfound clarity. He carefully lifted the mask of true math from its pedestal and held it aloft. "Then let this mask be a reminder," he declared, "that our joy is forged in the fires of adversity and tempered by the tears of the past. We will return to our festival, and we will restore laughter to its rightful place, a laughter that heals, unites, and endures." The spectral assembly seemed to smile in approval, and one by one, the spirits dissipated into motes of light that danced around Adisa and Baba Bayo. With the mask secured, the two companions retraced their steps through the valley, guided by the soft glow of the amulet and the lingering echo of ancient laughter. Their journey back to Ayalode was filled with both relief and anticipation. Every step they took felt like a victory over the forces that had threatened to unbalance their world. And as they neared the town, the first rays of dawn bathed the horizon in gentle light, as if the very heavens were welcoming the return of harmony. Back in Ayalode, the festival was at its peak, yet the atmosphere had shifted. Gone was the uncontrolled, manic laughter that had threatened to overwhelm the celebration. In its place was a tempered, heartfelt joy, a communal spirit that resonated deep within every soul. As Adisa and Baba Bayo emerged into the central square, the crowd fell silent, their eyes fixed on the returning heroes. With solemn grace, Adisa stepped forward and, before the gathered multitude, held the mask of true Mat high. In that single, radiant moment, it was as if the entire town exhaled a collective sigh of relief, of recognition that the balance had been restored. Slowly, tentative smiles began to spread across faces, until the silence broke into spontaneous applause and the gentle hum of renewed celebration. Chief Ose, his eyes moist with gratitude, approached Adisa and Baba Bayo. "You have done more than restore a mask," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "You have restored our heritage, our laughter, and the spirit of Ayalode. Tonight, we celebrate not just a festival, but the triumph of joy over chaos, of tradition over mischief." The crowd erupted in cheers, and as the drums began to beat once more, the masked dancers returned to their rightful roles, this time with a renewed sense of purpose and grace. In the weeks and months that followed, the tale of that fateful night spread far beyond the borders of Ayalode. People came from distant lands to witness the festival of laughing masks, to experience the magic of a celebration that had once teetered on the brink of madness but had been saved by the courage, wit, and compassion of a young mask maker and a retired trickster. Adisa continued to craft masks imbued with the true spirit of joy, and Baba Bayo resumed his role as the town's wise jester, ever ready with a clever quip or a gentle reminder that laughter was the medicine of life. The mysterious figure of Ifoni remained an enigma, a wandering soul whose brief intervention had sparked a chain of events that led to the restoration of the festival. And every year, as the summer solstice arrived, the people of Ayalode gathered beneath the ancient baobabs and amidst the vibrant glow of lanterns to celebrate the triumph of laughter, the power of tradition, and the enduring magic of community. Even as time passed and new challenges emerged, the Festival of Laughing Masks continued to evolve, a living tapestry of stories, memories, and dreams woven together by the shared joy of its people. And though the masks would dance and play, and the spirits might occasionally stir mischief in the quiet hours of the night, the balance had been firmly reestablished. The people had learned that true laughter was not a force to be controlled or suppressed, but a gift to be nurtured, a reminder that even in the face of adversity, there was always a reason to smile. As the years turned into decades, the legend of that extraordinary festival grew richer and more intricate. Children would listen wide-eyed to the tales of Adisa and Baba Bayo's quest, their imaginations ignited by the vivid descriptions of enchanted masks, mysterious spirits, and the triumph of joy over chaos. Elders recounted the events with a mix of pride and nostalgia, their voices soft but resolute as they spoke of a time when the magic of laughter had nearly been lost and then miraculously reclaimed. And every time the Festival of Laughing Masks was held, the spirit of the ancestors seemed to whisper through the wind, urging each new generation to embrace both the beauty and the absurdity of life. In quiet moments, when the festival lights dimmed and the echoes of laughter settled into the night, Adisa would often stand before his workshop, gazing at the masks that lined the shelves, each one a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. He would think back to that long, arduous night and the journey that had changed everything, feeling both the weight of responsibility and the buoyant thrill of knowing that he had played a part in preserving something truly precious. Baba Bayo, too, would sit beneath the ancient baobab in the cool hours of early dawn, his eyes reflecting memories of mischievous exploits and heartfelt victories. In those moments, they both understood that laughter was not merely an escape from sorrow, but a bridge, a timeless connection that bound the living to the past, the present to the future, and the heart of our Lord to the eternal pulse of the universe. And so, dear listener, as you wander through the winding streets of your own memories, may you carry with you the spirit of the Festival of Laughing Masks, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming chaos, there is magic in every smile, strength in every burst of laughter, and an unbreakable bond that unites us all. For in the end, it is not the masks that make the festival, but the laughter that lives within each one of us, a laughter that, like a gentle song carried on the wind, endures long after the final note has faded away. May the magic of that enchanted night, the daring quest of Adisa and Boba Bale, and the eternal spirit of our Lord inspire you to seek joy in every moment, to laugh in the face of adversity, and to remember that even the most playful mischief can hide the most profound truths. And as you step forward into the dance of life, may you always find the courage to embrace both the light and the shadow, knowing that together they create a symphony of wonder that is uniquely, beautifully human.